John. Thank you so much. I am here with Derek Chang. He is the CEO of Liberty Media, also sitting on the board of the Oversight, Liberty Media's subsidiary that oversees Live Nation. Derek, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Lisa, thanks for having me.
So I want to start with the idea that everyone here is talking about scale, getting enough scale, merging up, particularly in the media space. You moved in the opposite direction last year, breaking up into a host of different entities. Can you talk about why you decided to do that?
Well, I think if you look at Liberty Media over its history, it's had a history of sort of expansion and contraction. You know, we kind of go with the flow a little bit depending on what the circumstances are and what the market is you know, asking for and what we think that we should be doing for our shareholders. So I don't think in this particular moment it was a specific strategy of we're ultimately going on a trail of just sort of getting smaller. It was clarifying and simplifying the structures, and so delivering to shareholders sort of what assets they want in what places at this particular moment. But, you know, over time, we have had tracking stocks, we have spun out companies, and now we're sort of back to a more simplified structure. And it's really to provide that clarity for shareholders.
So you oversee your two main properties at Liberty Media are Formula One and MotoGP, which is relatively new in the U.S., very big in Europe and Southeast Asia. I'm just wondering how you're thinking about a media strategy. You just signed this 5-year deal with Apple in terms of streaming rights. Is it the same between streaming and legacy cable networks? Is it sort of all the same at this point when it comes to sports licensing?
Well, I think it still depends on what markets you're actually in. And so in a lot of markets like the U.S. at this point, the streamers have you know, you just spoke about scale, a lot of scale. And I think that historically people have said, oh, you got to be on a broadcast network, otherwise you're not going to have the reach. I don't think that's true anymore. And I think the deal that we did with Apple basically has shown that is, you know, for us, we've seen no real drop-off in terms of viewership, and in fact, engagement overall is higher than it was before in the early sort of going here, the first 3 or 4 races that we've had this year. And I think what that speaks to is streaming platforms certainly in the U.S. have reached a level of maturity and even beyond, you'd say. And you see it right now with sort of what's gone on at the NFL, their recent deals that they're doing. So clearly it's part of sort of mainstream viewing habits. And this whole concept, I think, that people the knock on streaming was also you lose sort of the sampling effect. And I think what you see with our deal with Apple is that people sample in different ways. You go into an Apple store, or you watch other content that's on Apple TV or Apple Music, or what they do with Apple Maps, which they did in the Miami race, where they sort of created an app, you know, integrated it into Apple Maps with stuff around the Miami race, and they had special content for that race. So you've got platforms now that, because of the technology they have, because of their sort of, in Apple's case, singular focus on Formula One, the ability to actually expand your audiences in different ways than you ever have.
Do you think that you're going to move to a Netflix type of model that you did with F1 when it comes to MotoGP in the U.S., where you have a TV series about it and you sort of broadcast it to popular consumption in a way to democratize exactly what it is?
Well, I think what you're going to see with MotoGP is a lot of what we did with Formula One. There will be similar applications of that. So the biggest thing for us with MotoGP is how do you take the sport, which at its core is a very pure sport and a huge, you know, passionate fan base, and how do you expand that? How do you get more people engaged, whether it's in the U.S. or worldwide? And I think you do that by telling the story. And MotoGP has never really told that story. And you do that through riders, you do that through the action on the track, and you do that sort of in multiple ways, through content, through fan activation at races, through the licensing partners and the sponsorship partners that you have. But I do think the content piece of this is a very important part. Whether you do a show just like Drive to Survive, I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen, because it's a different sport, and you want to remain authentic to your fan base and to the fans that you're trying to attract. So we will figure out things that we can do in and around MotoGP that sort of creates the same impact and making it available and making it accessible to as broad a fan base as possible.